And the graveside service will be Friday at 3 o'clock from Evergreen Cemetery in Sylacauga. In lieu of flowers or food, memorial gifts can be made to the B.B. Comer Memorial Library or the First United Methodist Church. Now, Ms. Leslie was well known in the area, and she was a part of Sylacauga history and spent many hours sharing her knowledge and love of her hometown. Betty Roselle Leslie. Graveside service will be Friday at 3 o'clock from Evergreen Cemetery, Curtis and Son Funeral Home directing. Patricia Ann Gade Kahn, age 74, died Monday. Visitation Friday at 10 a.m. from the Valley View Church of God, with funeral service beginning at 11 at Valley View, with Pastor Keith Owensby officiating. Graveside service to follow at 2:30 from Hillview Cemetery in Alexander City, Curtis and Son Funeral Home directing. Graveside service for James C. Edwards, age 82, of Harpersville. That service Friday at 11 a.m. from Vincent City Cemetery. Mr. Edwards died August 22nd. Online condolences at curtisandsonfh.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel directing. Funeral service for James Newton Sanders II. That service was held yesterday at Radley Smith Funeral Home. Online condolences at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga in charge of the arrangements. Graveside service for Mr. Wallace Tipton Walls, age 90, of Alexander City, is today at 11 a.m. from Hillview Memorial Park. Dr. Steve King officiating. Mr. Wells died Tuesday, August 24th at Chapman Healthcare Center. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions can be made to the First Baptist Church Building Fund in Alexander City, P.O. Box 400, zip 35011. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mr. James Jamie Dunaway, age 52, of Alexander City, is this afternoon at 3 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Pastor Tony Harris officiating. Burial in the Bethlehem New Salem Cemetery. Mr. Dunaway died August 21st at his residence. He attended Family Worship Center. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. Howard Earl Shin, age 44, Talladega, died August 22nd. The family will host a memorial service at a later date. Willie Millender, age 64, Talladega, died August 25th at Talladega Health and Rehab. Funeral arrangements to be announced by Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga. Graveside funeral service for Dina Thompson will be 1 o'clock Friday at Tallahatchie MB Church Cemetery. Visitation is today 1 until 7 at the funeral home. Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga directing. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Mrs. Glenda Miller, age 82, died August 24th. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, announcing. And Dr. Jack Zorn, age 86, died August the 12th after a lengthy illness. Funeral service will be held Saturday at University Church of Christ on the Atlanta Highway in Montgomery at 2:30. The station begins at 12:30 at the church building. In lieu of flowers, a family request donation be made to the Lads to Leaders Zorn Memorial Fund through the program's website at www.ladstoleaders.com, or you can be sent to Lads to Leaders, 5280 West Alabama Christian Drive, Montgomery, Alabama, 36109. Of course, Dr. Zorn was well known in the Church of Christ as a minister and a preacher and a leader, and a lot of people in the Church of Christ organization know and knew Dr. Zorn, very well thought of, and our thoughts and prayers are with the family and with the church members of the Church of Christ. 7 minutes before the hour, that is a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. For pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975, it's Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.